There's an election campaign underway in Selkirk First Nation in the Yukon. Citizens hit the advance polls today to cast their votes, and they'll get another chance on Election Day on April 1st. But there is one outcome that's already been decided. Jeremy Harper has been acclaimed as Chief of Selkirk First Nation. No one ran against him, so he will take on that role when the election is over. Harper is a former MLA who also served as Speaker. We spoke earlier about his vision for the future of Selkirk First Nation. Jeremy, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hello.
So you are in a bit of a unique position right now. You're a chief in waiting. Explain what's happening with the Selkirk election right now.
Well, being acclaimed was very surprising to me. I was gearing up with my team and my girlfriend for this coming election, and being acclaimed, I was still in election mode, so I still went out and created a brochure for the community to see what my vision was and to see if they agree with the vision. But this coming election is big because it's the first time we've had 7 wolf councillors running and 5 crow. Normally it's 2 to 3 crow councillors, so it's just goes to show how much our nation is growing, having a lot of individuals put their names forward because they really want to improve our small community and our self-governing First Nation.
Yeah, tell me about that pretty big change in the number of people running. You kind of alluded to the community's growing, people are wanting to be more active in it, but what does it tell you about the state of the community right now?
It goes to show how healthy our community is and how much we have grown, right? And how much our citizens are taking the self-governing First Nation initiatives serious, right? We all want healthy improvements in the community. We all have great ideas. We live and breathe what goes on in our rural community. And we see what we don't have and we see what we have. And I think that plays a big factor when it comes to our citizens putting their name forward on what they want to address and what ideas they could bring to the table if they're elected in.
Tell me about your vision as well when you officially step into the role. What are some of the first things that you'd like to get done, some of the first ideas you'd like to put into motion?
Well, I have a lot of ideas, right? And when a new council gets elected in, I have to make sure my ideas align with them. And whatever we put forward, we'll definitely start off with regular community meetings to see if our ideas align with the community. At the end of the day, it's the people that give us the power, and it's the people that can take the power away, right? So at the end of the day, if our stars don't align with them, we need to make sure our stars align with their ideas and what they want to see improved in the community. So I think that will be a priority to make sure that we are going to follow through with what the community wants to execute on.
What have you been hearing from community members about what they'd like for the next couple of years?
Oh, it's a big list, from a recreational complex to a proper gym, which, I'm a big time advocate for exercising, training, playing hockey, playing multiple sports. And I think it's important for the mind and soul to vent all that stress, to vent all what's going on in our daily lives, right? And when you go out and have a healthy outlet like that, we're able to stable yourself and get your minds collected, your thoughts collected. But an elders facility is another one. A lot of our citizens don't want to see our elders leave, so that needs to be a priority on our list. And a restaurant is another one. People want somewhere to go to eat or have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, or just to go and sit down and socialize with friends or family.
I mean, a restaurant plays such a big part in creating a community gathering spot, so I can only imagine how important that would be to people. In addition to transitioning into this new role as chief, when you officially take that mantle, I mean, you're also making a transition from life to in Whitehorse when you were there as an MLA and as speaker, back to Pelly. So what has that been like for you?
Well, it's not really a transition. I've always continued to maintain my residency here in Pelly Crossing. And whenever I was out of the ledge as Speaker of the House, I'd come back home. And being the MLA for the Male Attachment riding, I represented 5 communities. So it was very difficult to me to be placed in my own community because I had to work with 3 self-governing First Nations, Notchwanai, Selkirk First Nation, and Little Salmon Carmacks First Nation, and 2 municipalities, Village of Carmacks and Village of Mayo. So a lot of leaderships to sit down to hash out what they want to see improved in their community, and then I'd have to go back and advocate with the government. I was part of the Liberal government, so very interesting. It was a big learning curve, but I am very grateful that I got to take that step in life and learn a lot of new things about the territorial government and how its system operates.
Yeah, how will you take what you've learned in that role and with all of these communities that surround your community of Pelly and apply it to your new role?
I think it's important because we as First Nation people need to grow and learn new trades and tricks and also create new relationships. And I think most of all is creating those relationships because those relationships, whether it be with a previous minister or with the existing minister that's in cabinet, they will be able to open doors or direct me in the right direction on how to access more funds to improve our small community. And I just wholeheartedly believe that that relationship building is a key when you get into any position of leadership, that you go and hit up those relationships and try to improve your community.
What's your hope for Pelly in the next 5 years, let's say?
Well, I'm elected in for 3 years, so it's a short term. It's not like the territorial government where they're anywhere from 2 to 5 years, right? But I come equipped. I've already been on leadership for 7 years as a Wolf counselor, so I know what to expect at this table. And I just hope a strong team is elected in and willing to hit the ground running as I am, and definitely strengthening administration needs to be a priority because there's a lot of vacant positions here. And getting those positions filled before we start hitting the ground running is important because you need the capacity and you need the support to make sure that you can move forward as a healthy, self-governing First Nation.
All right. Do you have any message for the citizens of Selkirk as they enter into the next phases of the election and eventually, elect a new, well, chief, which will be you as through Acclaim, but also new councillors?
I just think it's important for all our citizens to be involved. Whether they like the self-governing system of election or if they don't like it, I think it's important for them to voice their concerns and to put their vote forward. It's important to see that our nation grow, and it's also important to have our citizens participate in the election system, also in the self-governing First Nation, whether it be in the working capacity or a help capacity. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.